Hello everybody, Roxybox90 here back with some more Shadows Over Innistrad Spoilers. We got some pretty cool stuff today and some really weird stuff. Let's start off with the weird first. Triskaidekaphobia is a real thing. The fear of the number 13. It is an enchantment. It is not spam. This is an actual Magic the Gathering card. 3 and a black, or flip it around and you get 13. Fear of the number 13. Flavors happen in people. 4 for an enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. You either have each player with exactly 13 life lose the game and then each player gains life, or exactly 13 life loses the game and each player loses 1 life. So it allows you each turn to potentially A, you have the risk of killing yourself, but more importantly B, you get to play with people's life totals. Is this card going to work? Most of the time no, but it is really cool. And the fact that there's so many items in here are 13 things hanging from the ceiling, 13 rivets in the barrel, 13 logs, 13 broken plate pieces. You can drive someone mad, as this guy seems to be running away. Super flavor win and vocabulary win as well, learning a new word that I actually didn't even know existed. Very cool. I don't think it's outside of maybe Commander. I don't think it's really gonna be anywhere, but I could be wrong. You never know. Brewers, go for it. Then we have Fevered Visions, 1 a blue and a red for an enchantment. Each player's end step, the player draws a card. If that player is your opponent and they have 4 more cards, he deals 2 damage to him or her. So it's kind of a weird sulfuric vortex kind of card in a sense, because of the fact that you get the advantage to start off because it's end step. So you play it, you're the one who draws a card off the bat, but it delays the draw to the following turn. So unless the card is going to be an instant, it's going to be a little bit slow in the advantage. However, what's nice is that it's a card that your opponent doesn't usually want to remove, and more likely than not, in many matchups, they're going to have 4 more cards in hand, which means it gives you, like a one-sided sulfuric vortex, it gives you the advantage. Very interesting card. Not sure exactly where we want to see play outside of obvious, limited and commander, but I'm sure it does have areas where it could see play. Handwear Militia Captain, 2 for a 2/2 bear. Seems dumb, right? If you have 4 more creatures, though, it becomes a star equal number of creatures you control. So creatures tokens. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 white and black human cleric onto the battlefield. This is very good for limited. It fits the curve extremely well for green-white tokens, and it could potentially be a huge blowout that way. I think it's a very well-designed card, very solid, balanced, cool card. Avacyn's Judgment. Tameo saving Jace from Avacyn's blowing things. I need a wallpaper wizards of this now. 1 and a red for a sorcery with Madness X and 1. Deals 2 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or players. Thinking about it, that sounds like Fork, except this is 1 and a red instead of 2 red, so good. And then if its Madness cost is paid, it deals X damage divided as you choose instead of 2. Wow, that is interesting. Of course, it turns, I guess, into a rolling thunder. The main drawback here being its sorcery speed. So it's not out of this world good, but it's still very solid. Of course, limited play. Likely some areas in standard, it has a good chance of seeing play. But outside of that, I think that's a limitation. The art is going to be probably the lasting factor in terms of wowness. Golden Knight Castigator. Yes, Wizards, we need more dumb red beaters because 4 for a 4/9 flying haste is dumb, right? Well, let's look at it. If a source deals damage to you, it deals double damage. And if a source deals damage to this card, Castigator deals double damage instead. Why this wasn't something like a 4 for a 2/9, let's say, that a source, when it does damage, it would do double damage, and have this double damage theme throughout the whole thing? Don't know, but maybe that would be too good and too broken. But regardless, think of it as 4 for a 4/5 because it's going to take double damage. So 4 for a 4/5 flying haste with a massive dangerous drawback. However, that is red's flavor. So while the card itself is probably not the best card for a 4 slot, at least not right now, with things like Thunderbreak Regent still in standard, this card is A, super powerful in limited because of the haste factor and the evasion factor. B, the fact is it's a flavor win. Red, think of Abyssal Persecutor in black. That is a major penalty you immediately pay the price for. However, this card, it's a high risk factor. You play it, it's risky, but more likely than not, more likely than not, it can swing either way. You're not immediately going to pay the price, and you get immediate value out of it. So I think it fits red in terms of being quick value, high risk, that could potentially swing things one way or the other. That I like about it. I kind of wish they would give us a little bit more of a unique red mythic this way, but sure, it works. Angelic Purge, great art. We must save you from yourselves. 2 and a white for a sorcery. Additional cost, you sack a permanent, exile an artifact, creature, or enchantment. Very solid removal for limited, especially when the game starts to stall. They have their huge thing on the field, and you just get rid of a land to exile. Very strong, works well against Delirium. Win-win. Howlpack Resurgence is the final card of the day. 2 and a green for an enchantment. Flash. Each creature you own that's you control, that's a wolf or werewolf, gets 1/1 and trample. Sure, okay, fine. It's a pseudo anthem for wolves and werewolves. I guess it'll depend if it's even worth playing. Usually wolves and werewolves are strong enough by themselves. I don't know where this would be necessary. I mean, I guess it's flash, so there's that advantage as well. You can flash it in your opponent's turn and give you the advantage that way. But regardless, I don't see this seeing major play overall. So those are the cards for this evening. Not a ton, but some interesting stuff as well. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. Put your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, please tap that like button. If you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe. As always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.